7 New Zealand lawmakers are in Taiwan this week on a 6-day trip to boost bilateral relations. They represent the New Zealand-Taiwan Friendship Group, formed in 2023 to increase trade ties and support stability in the Indo-Pacific. The two island nations have a growing relationship built on shared values and a surprising number of similarities. And both their economies have been shaken up by US President Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs.
Well, we're very great supporters of free trade in New Zealand, like Taiwan. We're a trading nation. I think President Trump is looking for a fair deal, and that is actually not a bad place to start. We need to take as they say, breathe through the nose and wait for a little while and see what happens.
And in defence, the countries share a common concern: China. In February, China sailed naval ships through the Tasman Sea between New Zealand and Australia and launched a live fire drill.
Live firing exercises in the Tasman Sea with very short notice was dangerous, and I think we would consider it good manners for people to give a lot of warning if they were going to do that. But we do, I want to emphasise, support freedom of navigation.
All these similarities mean New Zealand has become an increasingly vocal supporter of Taiwan. In 2020, the country's Foreign Minister Winston Peters advocated for Taiwan's inclusion in the World Health Organization. A New Zealand Navy vessel sailed through the Taiwan Strait last year, something Taiwan's representative in New Zealand, Joanne Oh, called a welcome sign of friendship.
From our view, as I do believe the policy of the New Zealand government towards Taiwan and China has been consistent, and then what we want to acknowledge here is for the New Zealand government to have voiced the support for shared values, for democracies, human rights, and protection of freedom. And as we talk about this freedom of navigation.
This week's visit is the second made by the Friendship Group. And one of the focuses? Taiwan's Indigenous communities.
One of the interesting things from our visit to Ulai was the similarities around language and I guess some of the cultural components that exist within that. So naturally, as a member of the Labour caucus around the Pacific caucus in my team, I'll be having conversations with colleagues around how we can look to advance some of the issues that are important. The language is very similar in many respects.
Although New Zealand and Taiwan are separated by some 9,000 kilometres, the trip this week showed the two countries have plenty in common. Whether it's defence or Indigenous issues, the two seem determined to learn from each other. Ryan Wu, Ed Moon and Lauren Pattemore for TaiwanPlus.